Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today is the same day as I had breakfast earlier. It's Thursday the 19th of June, about 11 in the morning now. So delicious breakfast in the previous video. Now I think in this one we'll just have a leisurely walk around the old town, have a look at the shops, bars, restaurants, these little sort of pop-up stalls selling all sorts of bits and pieces. It's very hot today. I'm certainly feeling it. I'm having my own personal sauna here. So let's just have a walk, let's have a wander, let's take a look. Certainly as you walk down these little lanes, there's all sorts of stalls selling all sorts of things, clothing, handbags, some jewellery there, get your hair braiding and henna tattoos here, hats and scarves and all sorts, so plenty to have a look at. You can stop off at the Broadway pub for a cold beer or a glass of wine, or if you fancy a breakfast. Much as this one, full English breakfast, $9.50, so mine was a little bit cheaper on the front. I'm surprised at that. So let's continue down here. It's a little bit quieter this morning. There's the Piccadilly cocktail bar there, and a sort of a shopping mall just up in there. There's the classic bar just here in one of the lanes. There's the XL Burger Bar, Bloopers Feast Cafe, Domino's Club over there. I'd imagine this is pretty lively at night, so probably all lit up as well. Let's continue along here. I want to find the square. There's a large tree I can sit under and have a cold drink. There's fridge magnets and slightly risque bottle openers. There's plenty of clothing outlets. You need anything, dresses, shorts, shoes, hats, whatever you need, it's all here. And of course the obligatory ice cream. Just look at that lot. Wow. This has brought me back out into this lovely square, surrounded by bars and restaurants. I mean, it's just got everything going on. This is just the square, not the radiating streets. Really lovely. I'm just standing under this enormous, is it an oak tree possibly? Looks like they've got a stage set up over there, and there's some musicians set up over here. Someone playing panpipes. I do like panpipes. Seems like it might be panpipe. I don't know whether they're going to start playing or just finished. Anyway, I'm going to settle down and have a cold drink. Well, I'm going to settle down for 10 minutes and enjoy a nice cold drink and just soak up some of the atmosphere. It's funny, isn't it, how some places you see them on video, you read information, you have expectations, and sometimes the reality doesn't meet those expectations. In this case, the reality of Albufeira, this lovely square here, the old town, the beaches, the ocean, it's exceeded my expectations, so definitely one to be highly recommended. Well, while I'm sitting here just enjoying a cold drink and listening to some panpipe music, I'll give you a quick costings. I try to include costings if I remember in each trip, and I try to do everything on a budget. Most of my trips are heavily researched, planned, and it's all based on a budget. If it's above my budget, I tend to avoid it. My maximum budget for a hotel is usually about £60 a night, and you just have to keep searching. Sometimes I find something, go away, come back in a week or two, and I keep searching, and often I don't actually book to the very last minute. So the hotel was booked through booking.com, the Villa Branca. That was £55 per night, £220 the 4 nights. We've actually ended up with 5 days, but 4 nights, £220, £55 a night, that's within budget. The flights were with EasyJet. I usually search on Skyscanner and usually finish up with EasyJet. They're the biggest carrier out there, and often very good prices. I was told that flying to Portugal would be quite expensive, but I looked and over a 2 or 3 or 4 week period, and I came across some flights to Faro Airport for £35 each way, so I snatched those up straight away. So there you are, £70 return flight to Portugal. When you think it's a 3-hour flight, I think that's excellent value. So £220 for the hotel, a lovely hotel, highly recommended, lovely hosts, and £70 for the flights. The total cost for the 5-day trip, 4 nights, 5 days, of £290, and I'm pretty happy with that. So there you go, everybody. That's a quick costing. Absolutely stunning square. Stunning piece of music. One of my favourites. Hopefully I won't get a copyright strike. Stunning. Oh. Get yourselves down here. Well, that was a lovely little rest and a cold drink by the square, in the square. I say cold drink, it's not so cold, and it's been sitting in there a couple of hours. I need to buy a backpack with a built-in refrigeration unit. One day they'll have such a thing in my bag down there. Let's continue the walk around the old seats, some of these lovely old streets, whitewashed buildings, cobbled pavements. Let's have a wander, let's take a look. So just setting off from the square, we've got Tic Tac Bar karaoke. Adriana, big screen up there. Adriana, little shop selling tickets for excursions, I expect. City restaurant and bar over there. And a lovely little tree-lined walkway up here. I'm going to go up there. This is absolutely lovely. Let's have a little wander up here. It makes a considerable difference in the shade, in the full sun, which is where you'll usually find me. But it is extremely hot, but I guess I'm acclimatised to that now. But this is lovely, just walking through this tree-lined avenue, cobblestoned. Lots of little souvenir shops, hair braiding, craft shops, little coffee shops. Sit in the shade and have a coffee. Do you know, I'm thirsty already, and this is the thing with travelling in southern Europe, especially in the very high temperatures. Sort of anything above 30 really is getting pretty hot. Although, where was I? Sevilla, that was between 40 and 45, and I was walking with a backpack. But you just keep drinking, almost non-stop drinking. More souvenir shops here, and that's what you have to do. Eating's nice, perhaps twice or even 3 times a day, eat some food, but drinking is key. Hiya. Drinking is key. So this is absolutely lovely up here. All these trees, it's really pretty. More souvenir shops, more clothing shops. It's all sorts going on here. You won't go without up here. I'm just going to continue walking up here, enjoy the slightly coolish temperatures. It's probably a sort of 3 or 4 degrees difference in the shade like this. So, and already I'm thirsty again. It was only 5 minutes ago I finished my drink. So there you are, gives you an idea. I'm not complaining, I like it. I prefer the heat than the cold. So there we go. So lots and lots of restaurants and bars to sit, eat, drink and enjoy some shade. Absolutely lovely. And if smoking a joint, excuse me, I've got a fly on me. No flies on me. Smoking a joint, a bit of cannabis is your thing, you certainly won't go without here. Let's have a quick look in. They're probably going to stop me filming, but I'm just curious just to have a quick look inside. So the first thing I see is the Hubbly Bubbly. I have had Hubbly Bubbly before, it's quite a pleasant experience. And then presumably all these products are hemp or cannabis infused. So I won't hang around in here. Some lollipops on there. I wonder whether they're cannabis infused. Cannabis lolly, yeah. Look. Cannabis lolly. How about that? So everything in here you need, your papers, all your paraphernalia. Wow. Way to set up your pipe. There's everything in there and a nice selection of hats to go with it. I presume these are fridge magnets. Somebody smoking a joint. Let's continue. And of course there's plenty of happy hour deals. Well, it's quite hot and quite stuffy walking around these streets of the old town. So I'm going to head on through the tunnel and out to the ocean, get some ocean breeze. Look at the tunnel from another perspective. So back out through the tunnel, and this is what you're greeted with. More beautiful beaches. Absolutely stunning. I promised you beaches, and that's exactly what you're getting. It goes all the way up there, probably a couple of kilometres. and that's I don't think this is Fisherman's Beach. I think is the next one along. Absolutely stunning. There's a sea play area out there, a speedboat, people relaxing on the sunbeds. There's that little massage shop again. That's what you want. Absolutely stunning. Restaurants here, you can sit and drink and eat and look at this lot. Absolutely beautiful. I just want to take it in as much as you do. It really is lovely. Just a slight breeze coming in off the ocean. So there we go. So not 10 minutes after my last, or 15 minutes after my last stop and drink, I'm stopping for another drink. The last of my supplies in my bag. But that's how hot it is. You just keep drinking. So there we go. Well, that concludes my walk along the beachfront and around the old town. Very enjoyable, especially sitting in the square listening to the music. There's some nice music coming from the tunnel just over there. So once again, everybody, thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed, oh, I must just interrupt myself. The next video will be travel home day from Paphos, from Faro back to London Gatwick. That'll be the video after this one. So thanks again, everybody, for watching my video. If you enjoy watching my videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notification for when I upload new videos. This pushes the video out to other people who might want to come along and have a walk along the beachfront, go into the old town, have a wander around, have a drink, and generally enjoy themselves. And trust me, you'll enjoy yourselves here. It's absolutely spectacular. It really is. I'd highly recommend this resort. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks ever so much, everybody. Bye bye.